All right, so I enjoyed the pattern testing, penetration testing with the Monarch budget buckshot so much I decided to see if I could push it a little bit further. So with the last video, we were talking about Monarch double-aught buck. It is very cheap, under $20 for 25 rounds, which is very cheap for buckshot. And it performed very well at 30 yards. So I'm just wondering, what about 40? And then what about 50? So most of your good buckshot, most of your like budget buckshot at best is 30 yards. Good buckshot, 40. And like your top of the line stuff generally can perform pretty well at 50, if that. So I'm just really curious, and also, hey, I just kind of want to have some fun and shoot some more buckshot. So repeating the test, we're going to do a pattern test. This is at 40 yards now. I'm going to do a pattern test on the target and then a penetration test on the gallon milk jug. This is to simulate what it would actually take to penetrate through a deer or a medium to small hog at that range with buckshot. If the buckshot goes completely through the water jug, then it would probably sufficiently penetrate on a deer. If there's any left in the jug, then probably not. Okay, so here we go. 40-yard pattern test and penetration test. I'm gonna load my 2 shots. All right, pattern. Penetration. All right, let's go down and take a look. So, if you look inside the shell, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to it. It doesn't look like it's buffered. It doesn't look like there's even much of a wad in it. So they do perform decently though, considering. Let's go take a look. So, we don't even have to get to 50 yards to know. 30 was probably the cutoff point. As you can see, the pattern is all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so they are all over the place. So 40 yards was way out of range for the pattern. It did not pattern well. Now maybe with a different choke. Mine was a modified choke. There are chokes designed specifically for buckshot that maybe could do it, but I really didn't think it would get much further than 30. I even thought it might have not even done it at 30. This shows 40 is 2.4. So instead of going out to 50, maybe we can try patterning it and just see how it does at about 35-ish. So let's see how it did penetration-wise, though, at that range. So even though the pattern was terrible, although I think, ironically, so this shows another thing about buckshot. When you don't have a buffering or you don't have a wad, the patterns are not always consistent. On my paper, the pattern was all over the place and not adequate. But if you look where the jug was, which is similar in size to this center area, we had 3 in the center area, and that would have actually been adequate at that range to sufficiently take down a deer. Probably not enough for a small to medium-sized hog because the hog's vitals are smaller. There was 1 out here, so we had 4 in the decent little area here at 40 yards with our second shot. All right, so I'm kind of debating. Do I want to try it again at 40 or do I want to go down to 35? I think I'm just going to try it at 35. We know it'll penetrate. We know it'll penetrate at 40. So, and we know it doesn't pattern very well though at 40. So let's, just for fun, I'm going to shoot at about 35 yards to see what the pattern looks like, and then go to 50 and see if it penetrates. First, let me tape up my target. All right, so I'm at about 35. I didn't measure this. So it worked very well at 30. It did not work at 40. Let's see what it does at 35. I'm only gonna put one shell in because I want to pattern it. All right, 35 yard, Monarch budget buckshot, patterning. Now we're going to walk back here to 50, and let's see what it does penetration wise if the pattern even hits the jug at this range. It did not do too well at 40, so may not even be able to hit the jug at this range, but I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, I don't even think I got the jug. Let's go see our results. Okay, so even at 35, the pattern opened up way more than it was at just 30. So at 30, if you remember, we had a good chunk in here, but at 35, they're all over the place. So, what's the analysis here? I don't think it really opened that much in just 5 yards. I think that one of the things I read about this ammo is it is sometimes inconsistent. So I'm thinking I perhaps got a good load whenever I fired at 30 yards and it hit perfectly, and these weren't so good. Maybe I got another good one when I hit that other jug. This one I completely missed at 50 yards, didn't even come close. But this pattern is all over. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's supposed to be 9 pellets, so 2 are not even visible anywhere on the target. Would this have killed the target? Probably, because there was one here in the vital. This would have been okay. But this is not an effective pattern for a buckshot to be used at that range. So maximum effective range of this load is probably 25, 30 yards, which is pretty much what normal buckshot is. All right. Hopefully this video was fun for you guys.